But control yourself. I mean, she's an attractive woman. I know you've always had a little thing, and you know, just act like an adult, behave yourself, be mature. Don't make cheap.
Give me some credit. I got some class.
You can make cheap jokes. You just don't do it.
Look, she's coming down the hall right now. That's Dolly.
Yeah.
Look at the jugs.
Dan,
come on, those are something. Those are really impressive.
Don't you just love these? These are old treasures.
From Television City in Hollywood, Dolly Parton, New York Yankee, Dave Winfield. From Perfect Strangers, Rebecca Arthur. Producer, Stephen J. Cannell. And comedian Steve Kelly. Plus, Tom Scott and the band, along with me, Dan Miller. All here tonight on the Pat Sajak Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak.
It's my party, and I'll clap if I want to. Thank you very much, and welcome to our show. And how about a hand for this band, the greatest band in all of television? Right here. You know, we talk about our leader, Tom Scott, a lot, but he has surrounded himself with some of the best musicians in the business. I mean, just not to single out anyone in particular, because you're all fine gentlemen, but David Koz, right here to Tom's right, is a terrific fellow. And I just want to congratulate you on the good work you're doing here, David. The best hair in television, by the way, is what he has. By night, David plays on our show, and during the day, he's in front of Bob's Big Boy holding a burger. So, okay. We have any tourists with us tonight? I would think so. Out-of-towners? Well, nice to have you here. Have you been on the freeways yet? It's pretty exciting, isn't it? The traffic here is just the worst. Doctors now apparently are saying that there's a new illness called, this is legitimate, the LA driver's syndrome. And the symptoms are blurred vision, you get pain in the lower back, and arthritis in the middle finger. It kind of... It's true. Let's see, what else is happening? All these great people have gathered in one place just to be on our show. Dolly Parton is here tonight. She will sing. And one of the greats in baseball in recent years, Mr. Dave Winfield. Superstar, would that be okay to say?
Sure.
23 #1 country hits that she's either written or recorded, all sorts of awards, an Oscar nomination, 4 Grammys, 2 platinum albums, 4 gold LPs. This, believe it or not, is her 50th album. It's called White Limozeen. She's here with her mighty fine band. Please welcome Dolly Parton.
Says love is blind. you're looking like that. Why? Oh, Burton and the mighty fine man. Why'd you come in here looking like that in your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans, all decked out like a cowgirl's dream? Why'd you come in here looking like that? Why'd you come in here looking like that when you can stop the traffic in a funny sack? Why, you're almost giving me a heart attack when you waltz right in here looking like that. Now, why'd you come in here looking like that? Why'd you come in here looking like that? Why? Did you think I wouldn't notice a thing like that? Thank you, and thanks to the band. Thank you. Thank you, folks. Now, if I can sit down.
Yeah, good luck. I think they liked it.
I don't know. I don't know if it's me or if it could be my Fredericks of Dollywood outfit.
And you managed to sit down. Well, what do you think? I changed clothes.
Well, you look nice.
What do you
You
think?
do.
I got that for you? Huh? Is it
Yeah,
me?
we
What do
kind
you
of
think?
match. We
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
very
look like
nice.
you're part of the band. How are you?
I'm just great. You know, I've known you for a long time, and I've seen you in various shapes and weights and sizes and forms. You have never looked better in your life.
Well,
you
thank
really,
you
do
so
look,
much.
You're some fab gal.
As you know, I've worked very hard on it. Some people say I'm too skinny, but some people said I was too fat. But I feel good right now.
Yeah, you
so-
being just right now. So
Thank
it's
you.
okay.
Good.
You just stay right about where you are, and
Good.
everything will be fine. So you're touring again. You're on
Yeah.
the bus thing and that whole. You having
I
fun with
have
that?
this band that
Yeah.
we call the Mighty Fine Band,
And they are.
mighty fine. And we put together a whole new show. It kind of tells my life story through song. And we open in Dollywood the 29th of April this month. And we're doing 4 shows there.
Terrific.
And I'm working with Porter Wagner. He's going to open the shows.
Boy,
And
life
I'm going
is
to
a
do some of
circle, isn't
the
it?
some of the duets we used to do. And I mean, just on the Dollywood shows.
Yeah.
But anyhow, looking forward to it.
When you were first working with Porter back in Nashville, Mr. Miller here was doing the news. I was working there. It was strange. Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought it? You know, I have to say, I do remember you guys trying not to look at him. I had the biggest crush on Dan Miller. I really did. I used to go over early. We used to tape the Porter Show at Channel 4, and I used to go in about a couple hours early so I could watch him do the news, and I used to take my guitar in. He was a fan of mine, or he said he was.
I was.
He wanted something, but he said it was. But I think it was to hear me play the guitar. But anyhow,
Yeah.
I always thought you were great. You know, Dan had a big show there called Miller and Company, and he's been so good to all of us people in the business. And he's as cute to me as he was back then. You better watch me, Pat. But you know, I became a big fan of yours. You were doing the weather there.
That's right.
And one time, I don't know if anybody ever brought this up, but I used to watch you to see what, I didn't care what the weather was. I didn't care what it was doing outside. I was interested in what it was doing inside.
Yeah.
But one time you came out and did the weather in a big old clown collar, and you never acknowledged it. You never said a word. You never smiled. You never laughed. And you did the weather. And I thought that guy is okay.
It's stuff like that got me to
Let's
Hollywood,
see
folks.
you. Well, for a serious newsman or somebody supposed to be, supposed to be half serious, but you guys are great, and I'm glad to be here. And boy, I can talk fast.
Well,
can
you sure can. We got lots of time to talk, so we'll take a break for that,
Okay.
and we'll talk lots more with Dolly. Stay right there.
All right.
Hey, Tom.
Good band over there, too.
I'll say we're just surrounded by good musicians here.
You are.
You mentioned Porter Wagner in your days with him. You really got your start with him. How'd that happen?
Well, actually, I had been in Nashville. I graduated from high school on a Friday night back in 1964, and I'd been waiting for years to go to Nashville. So on Saturday morning, I grabbed my little things and I left. And I had a few chart records the 2 years that I was there before Porter, and I'd been writing a lot of songs, and I kept sending songs to all the big artists. And Porter and Norma Jean, the girl that was his singer at the time, had heard several songs, and he called me one day and said he'd like for me to come down to the office and wanted to talk to me, and I assumed that it was about songs that I had written. And I got there, and he told me that Norma Jean was leaving the show, and would I be interested in going on his show. I
How
said,
long
Lord,
did you think about that?
That's what I said. I don't know, Porter. I'm going to have to think about this. Yeah, I'll go. How much am I going to make a year? But that was really my big break. And
Do you remember the first time Porter introduced you on the air? Because
yeah.
you know what? We do.
You do?
We do remember. In fact, we not only remember, but we can show you.
Oh, mercy.
The first time we did. Yeah, I don't know the last time you've seen this, but what year would this have been?
I don't know. What do you bet? The Dumb Blonde? Is that what you have?
Yeah.
This was in 1967.
Wow. All right. So we're going back a ways.
Okay,
this is
yeah, I'll be
Porter's
curious.
introduction of Dolly on the show. Watch.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Here's a little gal that I know you're going to really learn to love because she's a fine singer and one of the finest little gals that I've ever met. Let's give her a great big welcome as she sings a song that she had a big hit on called Dumb Blonde. She ain't no dumb blonde, though. Pretty Miss Dolly Parton. How about
Don't try to cry your way out of this. Don't try to lie, or I'll catch you in it. Don't try to make me feel sorry for you.
Well, that's kind of nice. You're out there.
Did you see that hair? Not mine, Porter's.
Were you? Yeah, he had a head of hair, too.
He did, yeah.
By the way, we want to thank WCZ-TV in Nashville and Act 3 Broadcasting for that. For that
Oh, well,
clip.
that's
yeah,
nice.
that was very nice. But you were writing songs when you were like just a little one, weren't you?
I started making up songs, they said, before I could even write. Mama used to write things down. I started playing guitar when I was 7, but the first song I ever wrote, I was 5 years old. I made a song up about a little cob doll that my daddy made. We didn't have we didn't have store-bought toys, so we had all these homemade things. And I had this little doll that Mama had burned poker eyes in and built a little dress for him, put the tassel, corn silk back on the cob. And I wrote a little song about it. It was called Little Tiny Tassel Top. I love you an awful lot. Hope you never go away. I want you to stay.
Aw.
And I made a career out of that. Such a thing.
Do you remember a song called Puppy Love?
Oh, Puppy Love. That was the first record I ever recorded.
How old were you then?
I was about 10 or 11,
Boy,
somewhere in there.
I wish we could just hear that. Is it? Oh, all right. Like this is your life here. 11?
Yeah. That was a big thrill for me. I thought I was going to.
Are you 11 here?
About 11
So that little
12. You found that too.
That little voice.
Somebody in my company has been giving you stuff.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, mercy.
That little voice came out of that little
I
face,
reckon
huh?
so.
Yeah, that's very impressive. So this is a new album, The White Limousine. I was
Yeah.
saying, boy, when we showed this album earlier with you and a guy, only you could pull this off there.
Well, that's so much me.
Number 50? Is this your 50th album? Is that
Well,
true?
I've been around a long time.
Like
I'm an
that?
old bag. I've been doing this since I was 10 years old. I've been in Nashville since, like I say, 64. And a lot of those records were with Porter and as duets. But I'm real excited about this album. I think out of the 50 albums I've done, this is probably one of the best things I've ever done. It's a real country album. People have really missed me doing country. I've missed it myself. The trio album kind of opened the door to get back and do some stuff. And country music has kind of made its way around to where it's, again, what it was when I couldn't make a living doing it and had to get out and get a job. But anyhow, this is produced by Ricky Skaggs. It's called White Limozeen. It's a song that Mac Davis and I wrote together. And I think it's a nice album. So I'm out promoting that. The single is Why'd You Come In Here Looking Like That? Here.
Here.
So you can't say here.
I can't do it.
You have to be from the country to say Why'd you come in here looking like that. But anyway, that's the first single. And
yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. We're going to take another break, and then we'll come back and see what's happening at Dollywood. All right?
Oh, mercy.
Okay.
We're
Stay
just
right
gonna
there.
cover
Back
it
with more
all.
with Dolly Parton. Excuse us. We're just visiting, catching up on old times.
Did you know that Dan Miller played auto harp?
We've mentioned that. And we can't get him to bring. Has he ever played around you?
He
The
almost
auto harp?
recorded on a record of mine once.
Yeah.
But Porter asked him to, but he chickened out.
I didn't chicken out. I just was so excited I couldn't handle it.
But maybe sometime, because I love to do a lot of those old mountain songs, maybe sometime I'll come and you can play the auto harp for
Well,
me.
I don't know if I could handle that darn
Oh, I bet you could. I bet you could.
Okay, I'll try.
I bet you could.
Next time we'll make him do it.
Okay.
Now, how are things at Dollywood?
Well, things are good. Like I mentioned before, we're open May through October every year, and as you know, it's the theme park down in Pigeon Forge, and we have a lot of arts and crafts, and we have a new ride this year called Thunder Express, and we're getting all ready for the season. We have a lot of wonderful things we do up there. For all the money from the shows that I do at Dollywood goes to the Dollywood Foundation, which is set up for scholarships and health care in the Sevier County area.
I know you're proud of that because you kid a little bit about not paying much attention in school or being the greatest student, but you know, you probably wish you'd paid a little more attention and were a better student.
Well, I didn't like school, but I stayed in school, and my people were very poor. My daddy never had an opportunity to go to school, and he's the smartest person I know, though. And I've often wondered that as great as my daddy is with so many things, what all he could have done, a lot of the people in my family, if they really had a good education. And it's been very important to me to try to help the kids. We have the highest dropout rate in the United States in that part of the country because there are so many poor people and so many kids that are needed more at home, and their parents often didn't get an education, so many of them. So just trying to help out any way I can is the least I can do, and I'm very proud of my people.
What kind of grub do you serve at the park? What kind of do they serve the kind of food that you would eat as a kid?
Well,
now you run things. You can just stock it with anything you want.
Oh, that's right. You know, all the things country people like are the worst things for you, but
you just throw it in the fryer, whatever it is. You just
fry everything. All that good fried chicken. We have a lot of good food on the grounds, but
what do you like? If you just hanging around Dollywood, what would you eat?
Oh, I'd eat the fried chicken, probably, and the fried okra. And we have corn on the cob and all that good kind of stuff.
Of muffins there, or
yeah, we have the cornbread muffins and pumpkin butter. It's like
pumpkin butter.
Yeah, we have. That's a real special treat up there. People love to come.
Boy, don't you? Isn't your mouth watering? Wouldn't you love to have some of that cornbread and pumpkin butter, folks? Wouldn't you really?
Well, I tell you, don't underplay it. It's pretty good stuff.
You know, I think we can. I think we can arrange this. I'll tell you what.
You've got muffins.
Come on over here, kiddo.
Now,
are these from Dollywood?
Yeah, they're from Dollywood.
Okay, now what do? You take them up.
How did you get these from Dollywood?
What do you do?
Now, I want to make sure if you're going to serve these to people, these really are from Dollywood.
I think they are. You taste them. Oh, there they go. Let's pass them out. Oh, they're good? Okay.
Where's our pumpkin butter?
Well,
now, folks, I didn't send these in. If these make somebody sick, don't sue Dollywood.
oh, my goodness.
These are good. These may be road apple.
Road apple?
I don't know exactly.
Don't touch it, Dan.
No, just leave it right.
alone.
Actually, this is very good.
Is it good?
Typical fare. You just squirt some stuff in there, is that?
Well, you put pumpkin butter. It's very similar to like what apple butter is, and you spread it on the top, and it's not the same without all that good stuff on it.
They don't feed you at other
All
shows,
the
folks.
fattening. That's true.
I'll tell you what. We want to thank the band for bringing this stuff in.
Thank the mighty fine band and the folks at Dollywood for getting these here fresh. Look, these people are really eating it.
There's a show going on down here. Anyway,
don't eat the yellow muffins.
They are real.
They're real. They're good.
Don't eat the yellow muffins. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break. These people are just ravenous out there.
Okay.
We're going to hear from you later, right? All right.
Yes,
and
you
we'll
are.
hear from Dave Winfield coming up next. Stay right there.
The Pat Sajak Show, sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet, and by Hershey, the great American chocolate company.
Okay. All right. We have the apple butter to go with it.
Yeah.
Everything is set. All right. We've been in an eating frenzy here in the studio.
This has been fun. This was a surprise.
Well, it is. Are you a baseball fan?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, good. Well, good. You're
So
gonna
we
meet...
got some special people, huh?
Uh-huh. You can meet one of the greats here, outfielder for the New York Yankees. One time, baseball's, I guess, legendary $23 million man, the most sought-after free agent in baseball history. His book is called A Player's Life, which is now in paperback and has an added chapter in there about his tumultuous 1988 season. And he's with us tonight. Please welcome Dave Winfield. We'll get you a muffin in a minute here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, if I eat one of those things, I tell you, the trainer will call me tonight and say, get on the scale, you know?
Is it tough to stay in shape when you're not playing?
It is. It's very different for me now because first time in 17 seasons I've really been hurt. The team is out there playing, and I had a back injury, a disc problem.
Yeah, so what's the status now? What are they saying?
Well, I came out here to California, and they fixed me up real good. Well, but I won't be able to play for some time.
Would you just pull back and look at this desk? This looks like a flea market here. I've got all this stuff up here. Dolly, I mean, it's been great seeing you sit there, and you do that as well as anyone I know, but we'd prefer that you got up and sang something. Is this from the album?
Yes, it is. This
White
is
Limozeen?
called Back to the Country. I'm going to dedicate this to Dan because he misses Tennessee sometimes.
All right, get over there. Dolly Parton.
Shall I go now? Ready? Okay. Thank you, folks, for being nice, too. Well, this big city life is getting me down. There's just too many people around. There's dirt in the air and crime in the street. High-rise buildings and cold concrete. This rat race sure enough takes a toll. I want to run off to my fishing hole. Take me back, take me back, take me back to the country. Take me back, take me back, take me back to the country where the stars at night outshine the city light. Take me back to the country where the eagles fly and the treetops touch the sky. Take me back to the country. This is for you, Rebecca. Well, this traffic jam is making me mad. I miss the simple life I had. Peace and quiet, running free. I want to go home to my family. Yeah, I'm sick of the clock and I'm sick of the phone. Out in the country, my time's my own. So take me back, take me back, take me back to the country. Take me back, take me back. Take me back to the country where the stars at night outshine the city light. Take me back to the country where the eagles fly and the treetops touch the sky. Take me back to the country. Come on, take me back. Oh, take me, boys. Dolly Parton, we'll be right back. Where has the time gone? Gosh, I want to thank our guests, Stephen J. Cannell. Thank you very much. Continued success with all the shows you have on the air, especially Wise Guy, because it's on the finest network.
Yes, it certainly is.
Thanks for being here. Thanks, Rebecca Arthur, and Perfect Strangers, and say goodbye to, Emmy for us. Sorry, I won't get it wrong next time. Thanks, Dave. Dave Winfield, get back soon, I hope, and continued success to you and the Yankees, and give our best to Mr. Steinbrenner. Is that all right? Okay. Thanks, Dolly. You were terrific.
Well, I had a good
Dolly
time.
Parton. Great seeing you. And Is Dan as cute as you remember him?
Oh, he's cuter now. It's just a deeper feeling now. We're older now. We're older.
Yeah.
It's been the longest stuff spent with Dolly in 18 or 19
That's
years.
true. It's been nice to chat. We've been chatting between commercials about old friends we know and things that happened back in Nashville. This was a lot of fun for me. It's kind of like old home week.
Yeah.
So
Well,
nice to see you guys. You're doing a good job
Thanks.
on
Hope
the
you
show.
come back and see us. Also want to thank the very funny Steve Kelly for being with us. Of course, Tom Scott and the guys. Tomorrow, Heather Locklear will be here, actor David Keith from 227, Elena Reed, and also we have accordionists and like there are 10 accordions tomorrow. We'll be playing a tune for you, Randy Martin among them, and we won't give away the song because you want to hear that. On Friday, by the way, among our guests, Shirley MacLaine, Robert Conrad, Anna Motion, and this must be a misprint. Pat goes into a shark tank. True. No misprint. See ya. Bye.
Accommodations for some of Pat's guests furnished by the Century Plaza Hotel and Tower, LA's business address in Century City.